Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special Friday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to complete a couple donations and all of the free readings. I didn't get to any free readings this morning. And so I come back on to finish those out because I do honor my community and I appreciate you guys' patience in getting to your free readings and especially to my two donations that I did not get to before I finished the previous session. There is no chat because I'm not taking any new requests for this session, but I'll be back in about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. Excuse me, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time tonight, and then also tomorrow, and then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So you can join me then for additional new readings. And then after I'm done with this session, I will put a pinned comment, the order in which the readings were completed. I'm going to be using this beautiful tarot, the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce. She's actually also a musician, a singer, and so you can check her out if you want to check out her music too. So let's give these a shuffle here, and we will get started here. Let's see. Yep, YouTube says we are live, so we'll trust them. All right. So my two donations, I will complete those first. I do go a little deeper into the donations, so they'll be just a little longer. Then we'll get into the free readings. So Alex, thank you so much for being so understanding and waiting for your reading. You want to know, how does R feel about you? So let's take a look here and see how R feels about you. All right. And actually, let me just make sure here that we are set to public here. Don't want to be doing all the readings and no one can see them here. Let me just double check here. Okay. So sorry. Be just a moment here. Actually, I think it's in a different area here. Let me. Oh, okay. Someone just popped in. So, okay, it is live. Always like to make sure there. Oh, that's true. I also got the email. So sorry. All right. So Alex, we are pulling cards for you here. So how does R feel about you? And whenever we're asking about how people feel about other people, so much of our lives is not our reality, it's not true to us. And what I mean by that is we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So when I ask, if someone asks me, how do you feel about me? I'll be like, that has so much to do about how I feel about myself, right? And so just being aware of that, we kind of even have a mirroring effect here where we've got two cards, one card, two cards, and then an underlying card, which we'll see what these are here in a minute. Um, but it is that mirroring effect. So we'll definitely take a look here. Let's look at the underlying energy one here on the bottom. Yeah, you have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is a lot of passion, a lot of movement. But on the bottom of the deck, we also have the Eight of Cups. So there is this flowing of emotion that's below the surface, but I feel like what is being expressed is more the passion, and they're slow to express the emotional side of things just out of fear of being hurt, and they don't want to move fast because they've moved fast before and hasn't worked out too well for them. So let's look at the two mirrors here that we have here. Yeah. So I feel like the King of Wands is them, which that is also there's this, uh like the Knight of Wands would be like a little chihuahua who's running around, not being able to control their passions, humping couches and people's legs and whatever. The king, however, that is here, they're more bridled. They are not so out of control, right? And so I like that energy because they do have this passion, but they also just aren't like jumping your bones or whatever. They have attraction. There's physical attraction, energetic attraction, and below the surface emotions, but um, they're not talking about that. And then we have here, I feel like they perceive you as the four of one, someone with mental stability, which is good, right? You're not, they don't think you're some crazy person. I know crazy is not the proper word, but like someone that's just, um, you know, they're overthinking and da 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 da. So they see you as this stability here. Let's see what else they feel for you here too. Yeah, I feel like they're, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. So you're in this progression. The Devil card is the shadow or Capricorn energy, too, if you happen to be a Capricorn. But they see you as someone who's a big thinker that's always reflecting on yourself, and you have a good head on your shoulders, but you're always, looking, trying to understand yourself and others. And there's this, you're on this slow progression of looking into yourself there too, right? Um, yeah, this makes sense a little bit too. These are the energies on their side, and again, when they're seeing you, that's a mirror for them, so they see themselves as a bit mentally stable, and they're taking their time. They're going through things because this is what they're going through. Got the Nine of Pentacles, which is like a hermit's journey to the outside world. They kind of are to themselves quite a bit. The Hanged Man is someone taking their time, like the Knight of Pentacles, but it's about seeing things from a different perspective too. So I feel like they feel like you both are in this transformative journey, this transformative type of time in your lives where you're ready to leave behind things that no longer serve. Even got the world card on the bottom, which is all about endings of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And so I feel like they are in a bit of a transformational time in their life, and they feel like you are too. And that's why they're just kind of allowing things to unfold in their own good timing because they don't want to leap into something if you're in a process of change and they're in a process of change, which can even go out into like job and education, different things like that, where you guys might be under having transformations, not knowing where you're going to live or work or, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of moving parts in both of your lives right now. And they're kind of just, this is the way they perceive it anyway. And they're just kind of waiting for things to see where they go and see what unfolds and where things fall as they're moving forward. So, that King of Wands can really put their energy and get things done. So I feel like when they feel things are solid, then they'll make moves and that. But I feel like they're kind of just taking their time, biding their time right now, if that makes sense. So that's what they have coming in, Alex. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming through in those cards. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then Jeep, thank you for your additional donation. Appreciate you so much. And you wanted a general reading from today and a month forward. So let's take a look here and just see overall what Spirit wants you to know about today and just how things are progressing. So 2 by 2 by 2. All right, yeah, 2, 2, and 2. So it looks like you get for each week, you get 2 cards. So 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. And you've got on the bottom of the deck, the overall is the Empress, creativity, birthing, harvest, kind of energy coming in here. So, and in Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, it's a time for nurturing yourself. The theme of the next 4 weeks is care for you, find out what you're wanting to do, how you're wanting things to unfold. So I like that energy coming in here. For this week, you do have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Did you get these? These feels familiar. Someone got these together, which is the looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And the Seven of Wands is, not asking permission to shine, not dimming your light, but really looking at your worth and seeing your worth from a different perspective this week. And I feel like you are kind of having some ahas about, you know what? I'm not at the whim of the world. I am the one, creator is the one that you building this trusting relationship that they are having you know, they have your back. You're always going to have what you need in each moment, that you don't need to dim your light out of fear that, you're going to be fired or someone's going to pull back from you or something like that. It's all about you looking out for you, going, you know what? I deserve to have these things, not in a pompous, you know, uh, conflicting or, um, attacking way, but just more of an internal going, I deserve this. I command respect in my life. So it's not about becoming defensive, but just really allowing yourself to go, I get to decide. I get to decide my life, and this company wants certain roles, and I get to decide if I want to do them or not, or if I want to work there anymore, or you know that I want to do what I want to do. And people have opinions about stocks, people have opinions about videos, people have opinions about this and that and everything else, but I get to decide for me. Just like they all have their opinions, I have my own, and I get to live my life by them. And I like that. As long as we don't hurt other people intentionally with our choices, we get to choose for us, right? We get to be like, right? So that's week one. I feel like there's some good ping ahas happening regarding that worth. And then next week, yeah, you have the Four of Wands. So things balance out, your energy balances out. There's this joy, this celebration. Two of Pentacles is the balancing out of your physical world next week. So I feel like, with today being Friday, the Five of Pentacles and Seven of Wands is like for next week. And then the week after that is the Two of Pentacles, Four of Wands. And it is energetic stability with that Four of Wands, but that's joy, celebration. And the Two of Pentacles is about balancing and juggling a couple things in the outside world that week. Let's see what the third week brings in here, because I do feel like there's progression. Yeah, more pentacles. You got Five Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and now you got the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. It's about at the outside world. Three of Pentacles, about being true to your authentic self. The Eight of Pentacles is about forward progression and movement and transformation of things in the outside world. So I do feel like you're taking steps your third week of being true to you, being true to your authentic self with this Empress energy and wanting to make decisions that are and trusting that things are going to unfold. Like once I decide what I want, and as long as I just put my nose down and start working and doing it, it's going to bring progression. It's going to bring benefit in the outside world. Yeah. Yeah. Because the fourth week, you got the balancing here again with the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Cups again with joy and celebration. So you've got the second week, which is balancing and joy, and then your fourth week. So it's like next week is kind of a bit of an aha and a bit of struggle as you realize I get to decide. The week after that, feel like you balance things and you feel joyful with the decisions you make. And then the third week is kind of like you put your nose to the grind and work and be true to yourself. And then the fourth week, you feel this balance and joy again coming in here. So I like that kind of energy coming in here for you. It's a lot of clarity. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the balancing justice that says on here, balance, equality, balance, equality. So balance, equality, balance, equality. It's like every other week is balance and joy, and then work, 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 and then balance and joy, and then work, 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 and then balance and joy. So it's a cycle that is happening over this next month. So I like that for you. All right. And that's what they have for you, Jeep Jeep. Thank you so much again for your donations. And I really appreciate that. Enjoy your month. All right. So that is it for the donations that I had. And then we'll jump into the free reading. So thank you guys so much for your patience in getting here. Let me just move some of these over here. And we will jump in. So Nature 1111, you are up first. All right. Excuse me. Got some beautiful cloudy storm coming in. I love storms. All right. So I want to know, will Liam come towards you in love in the future? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got here. Will they come forward for you in love? Anything else? You know, I see the Three of Wands here, and the Three of Wands is about a change of direction. And usually it's you that's making the change in direction when the Three of Wands comes up. And I do see here, because you've got the Two of Swords and the Nine of Cups, and there is this change of direction based on you getting clarity from your heart around what it truly wants. You're getting out of your head and into your heart around relationship. What is an emotional dream come true? And I feel like you see that. No, I don't feel like Liam is capable of giving you what you're wanting at this point in your life. So I feel like you end up switching directions and going in a different direction to someone who can, who you feel is capable of and willing, not just capable, but willing. That's an important piece of it, right? And so I feel like you just kind of feel like not William, but Liam is dragging their feet and hee-hawing and unsure, and you're kinda getting mixed signals, and you're like, "I don't know what's going on." And you're like, "You know what? I deserve to be someone with me that knows, that just is like, hey, you know what? You're awesome, and I wanna, uh, try heading in a direction with a relationship with you." And you're like, "Yes, I want someone who's smart that can recognize it immediately what a catch I am," right? Right. So that's what's coming in nature 1111. I like that for you. All right. So many blessings. And then Beza, you are up. Will you have a relationship with him? Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. Will you have a relationship with him? You know, whatever's in the air right now. Three of Cups is a third party situation, which they end up having someone else that they're interested in as well. And the Five of Swords shows that there's this disagreements either between, definitely within you, between your head and your heart, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna accept this. And I feel like it does kind of come out into possibly some altercation in communication between you and him, but I don't feel like you do. I feel like you're just like, you know what, again, there's this uncertainty where if they're not sure, they're like, well, it's you or this other person, and I'm not sure who I want. You're like, tell you what, let me make it easy for you. Bye. Because you're like, if if someone doesn't recognize and there's not this clicking and we're like, if you have to decide, I will always wonder if you're regretting your decision or if you're really seeing them on the side too. So when you have that kind of situation come up, it's like, you know what? I deserve to have someone recognize me to be like, there is no other choice. You are it. Not like, I don't, no one else will have me, but you're just like, you know what? Out of everyone, there's no comparison. You are the one, and you deserve to have that. So that's what's coming in there for you, Beza. So many blessings. Hang in there. Right, and then me, hello, hello. You love going for mines and calling shotgun. Sorry, I didn't, read that beforehand. I didn't see that you, didn't have a question, you just had a statement. So, hey. But Nat Nat, you are up. So Nat Nat, you want to know how will it go between you and R next month? All right, let's take a look here. How will it go between you and R next month? Okay. Well, you got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a new opportunity that opens up a heightened opportunity. You can consider it like a number 11. You've gone the ace through the 10. It's a heightened opportunity. And the Six of Wands is a victory card. And it is a mutual attraction, mutual, wands, passion energy too. So I like this. It feels like there's a new opportunity or a heightened opportunity for you guys to share how much you are attracted to one another. And it feels positive there. And next month is June, the Six of Wands. So it feels, mutually, like, again, passionate. It's not Six of Cups. It's not emotion, but it's attraction that's activated, which is important. We want that too. That's usually what comes first is attraction, and then commitment and relationship, and then true deeper intimacy as well. But I just feel like it feels like a new opportunity that either it's a heightened opportunity or a return opportunity that comes in for you. So that's what's coming in right now, Nat. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. And then Moonlight 5, you are up. And let me just move some more of these over. And you're wondering if you'll meet someone new in the near future. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. Will you meet someone new in the near future? Okay. You know, I feel like you're going to meet several new people here in the near future. Just some different opportunities. It's like when it rains, it pours. Seven of Cups just means a lot of emotional confusion or a lot of emotional choices. And that's why I feel like there's going to be several. But the Strength card, this Leo energy, which the Leo energy doesn't mind, this attention, but it is communicating with your higher self. The Strength card with the Lion and the Maiden is all about, this joining together of you and your higher self to see things from a different perspective. So I feel like it's going to be important for you to really trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust your connection to your higher self. On Out of those Seven Cups, going, let me, give me information. You can ask. We don't order our higher self. It's a friendship we have because we're the same being. We just go. So, can you show me? Whittle some of these away. Provide me some information if you could on this. So, process of elimination, I can eliminate some. And I like that for you. I feel like it's an important time for you to really trust that gut, trust your instinct when it comes to all that. So, I do feel like you're going to have several someones in the near future that are showing interest or that are possibilities, and you're ready to, I got to whittle this down. I'm not going to go on and date seven people, but seven people are like, and maybe not seven, but it's like seven people are interested, but I'm going to whittle this down and I'm going to trust my heart, my connection to spirit. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And then Bellini Martini. You want to know, is Nathaniel falling out of love? Let's see what's going on with Nathaniel. Nate. Excuse me. All right. Well, let's see. We got one card here. We got movement of emotion with the Knight of Cups. So I don't know if they're falling out of love. Let's see. Yeah. I thought maybe it's not like they're falling out of love, it's like they're being drawn somewhere. We do have the 3 of Cups, which is like a third party type of interest that's there, and we've got the Sun and the 8 of Pentacles, so it's like there's this Leo, fiery type of energy. 8 of Pentacles feels like at work or school, if any of those apply, I mean, with Nathaniel. But I feel like there's a different interest that's taking them in a different direction. So, you know, the big thing to realize, when it comes to that though, is that it's not about we don't fall in love and really fall out of love. We we're on this pursuit. That Knight of Cups talks about that we're on a quest for our self-love, and when we're on this quest for our self-love, what we're taught, look for self-love out here, we're never satisfied, we're never fulfilled, we're never happy because we're not happy in here. We haven't found this love yet, right? So we'll continue to, look into the outside world and search in the outside world for love that we think is going to fulfill us. But that's why a lot of people will go from person to person to person to person because they're thinking it's them when they are the common denominator in everything. So I feel like they're not feeling fulfilled on the inside, and they think it's like they thought it was their last couple exes, and if you're dating and you're seeing, it's like I'm still not feeling the fulfilled. It's like, well, the outside world isn't the crux or the source of the issue, right? It's when you're pointing out here, three fingers pointing back over here, right? So I don't feel like they had enough self-love that they actually had love. They probably had attraction, and then they're trying to find this love again on the outside world, but they're not going to find it till they turn inward and upward. So hopefully that helps, Bellini. I know probably it's like, but also that's a good mirror for us, right? If we're looking to them for our love, it's like, well, I got to find that in here anyway. And so sometimes that requires people that we're involved with to be pulled away so that we'll find the love we're truly looking for and not looking for a substitute. So hopefully that helps. But that's what's coming in for you, Bellini. So hang in there. Many blessings. And then Manny Delgado, you wanted to get on the list. And I didn't see a question. Excuse me. So we'll pull a general reading. Spirit knows what you were wanting here. All right. Yeah, the waiting time is over. You've got the Hanged Man. So you've been in a kind of a transformative place, seeing things from a different perspective, kind of a holding pattern. But this Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight. So there's going to be a fast action, fast movement that comes out of nowhere. So whatever you've been waiting for and looking for solutions, or, you know, waiting for something, this transformation was necessary. This holding time was necessary to give you time to look at you. What do I truly want? Making some internal decisions. Now, this is going to allow things to really just kind of spark and move out of nowhere in the outside world. So the outside world's been going slow. You've been doing work on here. And because of this, now it's ready for things to really move fast in the outside world. Usually it takes, we don't change from the outside in, we make changes from the inside out. And normally they're slower progression, but you have been making a lot of work here because this is about to take off very fast for you in the outside world. So hopefully that makes sense, Manny. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Sean G. Hello, hello. So shout out to one of my Zen Cricket YouTube channel winners this month. Congratulations. Give us a shuffle. So so sorry. So you wanted to know what will happen between you and S. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. So you've got the Judgment card coming in here, which is a calling to a higher place from your higher self, right? And you've also have the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective. There's like this transformation holding time, but both the Judgment card and the Hanged Man are about, you know, seeing things differently, seeing things from a higher perspective, being called differently than you are right now. And with the Page of Cups, that's like a heightened love. I feel like what's going to happen between the two of you, I feel like you have an aha and this kind of like, well, you know what? I just don't feel like this is working out. I don't, this isn't really flowing. I feel like the Page of Cups is like you find a new love and someone who's more compatible, someone who's more seeing things from your perspective. Because I feel like there's an attraction between you and us, and you're like thinking about it, but when you see things from a higher perspective, like way up, then you're like, I don't feel like this is, I feel like it's not gonna go like this, it's gonna go like this. And you're like, that's okay. And I've had enough of that. And I feel like you kind of just have an aha and epiphany that allows you to change things. So I feel like that's what's coming in for you there, Sean. All right. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. And then Miniheel, you want to know in which month of 2024 will you go to another city or state? Timing, please, if possible. Let's take a look here. Never hurts to ask. A lot of timing has to do with our own decisions and choices that unfold. Let's take a look and see what we have here. Well, yeah, you got the moon and the sun. So it's all about cycles with the moon, and the sun is about your, enlightenment. It's about things shining on your life and allowing clarity to come in. The sun shines in the nighttime, the moon reflects the sunlight. So I just feel like it's has to do with cycles with the moon, and the sun represents like passion and drive, and it all depends on you. So I don't feel like there's any like faded time that you move. I feel like it's up to you where you're going, and you're like, well, when am I going to move? Like, I don't know. When are you? It's like, well, what do you mean? Aren't you guys in charge of that? And they're like, nope, not that. It's not a fated thing you wanted to have happen before you came down here. So it's not a honey-do list item that you asked Spirit to help you with. And you haven't asked them of your own free will down here either. And so they're just like, oh, whatever, whenever you want to do it, wherever you want to go, however you want to, have that happen. And so it's up to you. You get to decide where is it you want to go and when you're wanting to go do it and making it happen, because it's like waiting for Spirit to take you. um it's going to be in whatever timing down the road, someday, sometime. It's not anything that's very specified there. I know. I wish, and I say we wish our human wishes, right? That we could have like, can I have the, journal of my life, the Akashic record, so I can see exactly the script of when things happen and how and the opportunities that pop up. And it's like we had that before, in Lemuria and Atlantis to an extent. And this iteration of humanity, we're like, we don't want to know. We want it to be exciting. We want it to be a scavenger hunt and an adventure and empowering, a time of possibilities. So you get to decide. And I like it. I like it that it's in your hands, right? But that's what they have for you right now, Mini Heal. So hopefully that helps a little bit. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then MMC, you would like a general for next week. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see, what does Spirit want you to know about next week? All right. So you do have the Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Page of Swords is new ideas, new communication. I feel like there's two choices to be made in the outside world, and you get communication, you get information coming in here. And it is enough like new information that it helps you make a decision. It's like whatever's been going kind of going back and forth around things, you are ready to make this decision. You're ready to um, have it be a no brainer. And here comes the information that makes it a no brainer for you. So, whatever's been kind of bouncing back and forth in your brain about choices and different things, this is going to have some clear communication come in, which makes it like, oh, okay, you know, I it was on the fence between the two, but that new information, there's no doubt this is what I want to do, not that. So I like that. So that's what's coming in for you, MMC. Take a quick sip here. All right. And then Day Sturgis, you are up. And you wanted a general work reading. So let's take a look here at work. So, what does Spirit want you to know about work right now? Alrighty. Right. So, the Eight of Pentacles is doing the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the apprentice coming the master, really doing the work and putting in the time, effort, like you said, blood, sweat, and tears, and it allows things to progress forward. And the Ace of Cups is a heightened new emotion of happiness and joy. So the Eight of Pentacles is saying that you are putting in the necessary um, attention and energy in the outside world with the Eight of Pentacles, Pentacles being the outside world suit. But whatever has been happening, whatever you've been investing in, and you've been putting in extra efforts and really trying hard, you're about to have the reap the rewards and the benefits from it, where even, it's things are moving forward in the job itself, but you have this joy. It's either you're recognized or you just feel the satisfaction. You've made progress. You just feel you're doing really well. And so there's that positive energy that's coming in there with that, Day Sturgis. So that's what they have for you. And then Crystal's Day, you want a general life reading. So what does Spirit want you to know about your life right now? All right. All right. So, life wise, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is very this feeling of independence and being true to yourself, feeling at home with yourself in the emotional department and the outside world. And the Knight of Cups is this knight in shining armor, then rides in to offer you, this happiness, to offer you this opportunity for love. So even though you've been with the Nine of Pentacles, which is kind of being alone, being hermity in a way, that there is this romantic opportunity that is coming your way. And that, you know, they're not going to just arrive at your door, knock, knock, and oh, wow, it's you getting out of your, it's you being independent, but also you going and doing things that you love, because that's where you find them. That's where you bump into things, is that you're connecting with them and doing those passions, whether it's painting or whatever it is that you enjoy doing. When you go out to do it, it's like boom, you're able to have this passion that's ignited and this love that is eventually offered because of that. But it starts off with that independence. Yeah, spending some time by yourself has been part of the journey, but we can get too comfortable with that, right? Where we're like, well, maybe the pizza delivery man will be them. I don't know, something like that, where they come to your door. You're like, no, no, it's time for you to get outside. So that's what's coming in for you, Crystal's day. So many blessings to you. All right. If it was that, we'd be ordering pizza every day, right? Come on, come on. All right. So many blessings. And let's get a quick shuffle here. And Eagle, you are up first, or not first, but next here. I want to know, what do your managers think of your work performance so far? Let's take a look here. What do they think of your work performance? All right. So we got the 10 of swords and the 6 of swords. 10 of swords is letting go of expectations and being so hard on yourself, and the 6 of swords is leaving behind fears and moving into something more, more higher, more for you here. The 10 of swords is not a, even though I know it looks like a scary card there, but it's about, I've had enough. I'm tired of trying to live up to these big, expectations. And the 6 of swords is letting go of some fears, and there's this good movement of energy. And I feel like this is their perception of you, is that you're going from someone who was almost being your own worst enemy. Your fears were making it difficult. Maybe you were freaking out a bit, or um, you know, just felt like you were in this battle with yourself. And now the 6 of swords, I feel like they're going, okay, yeah, you've let that go. You're letting go of these initial fears, initial things that are holding you back, that are allowing you to move forward from choppy waters to calmer waters with the 6 of swords. It's a positive card there. And but I do feel like there's this, um you're ready to put an end to the way that you're approaching it, and the freaking out that we do when we have such a high bar set for ourselves. I'm going, you know what? I'm going to lighten up and enjoy the job, enjoy what I'm doing, and then the success comes because of that. So I feel like your managers just feel like you maybe were getting in your own way, and that you were being so tough on yourself, and now they see that you're lightening up, and then that there is this movement and transformation of things, and they're like, okay, you're growing through it. So it seems, excuse me, wow, must not be breathing deep enough. Yawn, yawn. Sorry for making everyone else yawn. Um, I just feel like they're like, it's not like, oh, you're in trouble, or woohoo, we're promoting you. It's like you're learning, you're growing, they're seeing the progression, and that's what they want. They always want to see progression, not stagnancy. And you definitely have movement. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Eagle. Many blessings. And then Happy Pill, you want to know, what should you do from Monday in your career as a guidance, because all your exams are going to complete. Oh, okay. So what's the next step? Congratulations on everything being done, all the exams. So what's the next step? What does Spirit have you recommend for you? Like, take a rest, take a break. Yeah. Well, you definitely have new opportunities that are opening up here. You have the 7 of Pentacles, which is the end, like you're going to be getting the fruit soon. You've been patient with the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And but the Page of Pentacles is a new heightened opportunity opening up in the outside world. So I feel like you're going to just become aware of the changes, or not the changes so much as opportunities that are presenting themselves to you next week. I feel like you just come across some information, like if they have a job placement service, or they're saying you qualified for something. I just feel like there's a new opportunity that opens up that you don't even have to hardly do anything for, and you're like, oh, look, here's my answer. And I like that for you. It's going to be very clear. Just keep your eyes and ears open is the next week. But I like it. I like it for you. It does feel very, um, new, and it feels like it's a heightened opportunity. It's like something even above beyond what you would think that we would be going into next. So I like that. Right? That's kind of vague, I know, but that's what they have for you, Happy Bill. If hopefully that makes sense for you. So many blessings. And then Swaroop Bobby, you would like a love reading for this week. Any new love coming in or a past person coming back? All right, let's take a look here. So love reading. All right. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Oh, maybe it's the barometric pressure coming in. I'm like yawning, like ready for a nap. But you got the World card, which is an ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventure. Ten of Swords, too, endings and beginnings with stories. But I feel like, with for this week, I don't feel like there's someone coming in this week. I feel like there's more closure and endings and clearing out these old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you have around what life should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, must be, which is great because when we have so many of these expectations, it's like there's this small thin of who it has to be, when it has to be, how it has to be, and the creator's like that is on back order for 1,000 years. If you want something sooner, it's clearing away these expectations, all of those should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's and all those, and that's what opens it up. It's like I'm putting an end to my old ways, my people pleasing, these rules of supposed to, should, need to, have to, must that have been given all my life that I feel like someone is supposed to be, and this is how I'm supposed to be, and this is how we're supposed to meet, and how it's supposed to unfold. It's just very restricting, and I feel like you're busting out of that. And there is an ending with that world card of the old ways that you would look at things and new ways that are unfolding for you there. So that's what's coming in for you. I don't feel like that's anyone coming back. Um, and I don't see who is coming forward here. I just see you are changing your mindsets, and that's what's opening things up to allow a love to come your way. But they haven't said from where or how. But I feel like it's part of the journey is you letting go of that, you looking at things differently and having like this fool's journey, which is the first card of the major arcana, world card being the last. And it's free of restriction. It's just, I'm going to go on this journey. I'm going to go on this scavenger hunt instead of, having this energy of, I got to find love. It's like, I'm going to go live love and see what happens and unfolds out there. So I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. And then, Julie, you want to know, what do you need to know for your highest good? All right, let's take a look here. What do you need to know for your highest good? All right. So you have the Five of Pentacles, and you have the Creator with the power of no. And it's a powerful card because you're realizing, with this Five of Pentacles, this is these feelings of, being left out in the cold, being left behind, this fear of not being enough, and this fear of rejection. But this Creator card is unique to this deck. And in fact, I'll read it to you here. It's the no. Says the Creator card signifies that there is a powerful energy brewing in the atmosphere around you, and it may feel overwhelming and tinged with undertones of darkness. Indeed, you may feel the urge to run and find shelter from this storm, but trust that you're ready to transmute this force into something that will prepare you forward on your path. This card is also here to remind you of the power of the word no. No to the things that overwhelm or undermine. No to the things who drain your life force. No to thoughts that drag you into despair. You are mightier than you think, and a glimmer of faith paired with solid intention can give you the power to harness lightning. Each day you have the choice to be the victim of fear and circumstance or the creator of new consciousness. choose wisely. And there's a quote here from Bethany Webster. It says, "Your no is a sword that cuts away the non essential so that you can live the fullest life." I like it. So that's what you need to know for your highest good right now. So many blessings to you. And then new love, you are up next. So, hello. P always answers several hours later to your text messages. Is it because he's not interested in me, or why does he do that? Let's take a look here. So, why the delay in text messages? All right. Let's take a look here. You know, they're doing some big thinking. I don't Are they going to school? Are they super involved? Because you got the, judgment card, which is the higher self calling them to this higher place, and the hierophant, which is also allowing them to see the clarity of the capital T truth of what they're wanting in life and who they are and what they're wanting that comes in there. And they got the Seven of Cups, which is emotional confusion going on with all this too. So I feel like they're just in this very reflective state where they're not, you know, I don't necessarily feel like they're not interested. I just feel like they don't know what they're interested in, because I feel like they're spending a lot of time in their head trying to figure things out with both of these two major arcana, Judgment and the Hierophant, which is about trying to find out, what do I want in life? So I don't feel like it's necessarily you of, well, I'm not sure if you are who I want or not. I just feel like they're trying to figure out what they want in life, and they're in this big, huge, reflective, trying to understand themselves period of time, which I know can be frustrating, but it's a good reflection time for us too, to look at those things. Uh, so that's why I feel like they're delayed in texting back, because they've got a lot of emotional stuff going on based on a lot of mental things that are going on, and they're just, um, behind, or they get caught up in a lot of stuff and they get distracted and they have so much stuff to do and go back and forth. Do you feel like there's, multiple interests in their life? So I feel like because they haven't decided and they haven't chosen, they're just kind of talking to a bunch of different people about a bunch of different things, not necessarily just romance, but just a lot of stuff going on in their life too. I don't know. I just, you know, um, I just get this nudge from like your spirit guides about self-respect and going, you know what? You deserve to be someone, with someone like yourself, someone who responds quickly, that shares emotions, that knows what they want, not iffiness and going, I don't know. You're like, oh, gosh, so frustrating. And so this is what your spirit guides, I feel like they're saying, don't fall in love with someone who's, for their potential, um, recognize them for who they are right now and who they're showing you they are right now. Just kind of go, you know what? I'm going to start, answering several hours later, not out of spite, whatever, but you're just not going to make it a priority. Don't make someone else a priority who doesn't make you a priority. You know what I'm saying? So that's life feels coming in there for you, new love. So many blessings to you. And then Jean XO, hello, love. So you want to ask what happened between the Virgo and F? You had wondered previously about her, and now they won't talk. And I thought this day would never come. Check in underlying energies as well. All right, let's take a look. Shuffle those up here. All right, so what happened? All right, so those two, and underlying energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is this energy of the fruit that is bore on the tree did not match what was in the description. It's like you get this tree and you plant it in your yard and it grows and you thought it was going to be apple tree and you end up going, what is that that's growing on these things? Is that tangerines? And you're like, I didn't want tangerines. And you're realizing it's offering you something, it was offering each other something that they didn't, yeah, wasn't out their dream come true. And, that's what's happening here with the Hanged Man. Transformation, seeing things from a different perspective, the dreams come true, switched up and changed up there. So I just feel like, that whatever this was that unfolded just wasn't, um, you know, what it was cracked up to be. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna sell that tree. I'm gonna go buy me a guacamole tree, an avocado tree, because I want to make guacamole, you know, instead of an apple tree. And I'm like, I didn't want apples anyway. And so I just feel like, there's this change of this desires, when the fruit started to go, it's like, oh, this isn't really what we talked about or what I'm wanting. And I feel like it was mutual. And it's just like, oh wow, yeah, yeah, let's not go this direction. It kind of felt, again, it felt mutual. So hopefully that helps. But that's what's coming in for you, Jean. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra. Will Saksham and you ever communicate again, or will he never be friends again? All right, let's take a look here and see what between the two of you, what's meant to be based on current energies. All right. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Why am I yawning? So, this will you ever communicate again? You know, I just feel here with this Ace of Cups that uh they or you have find this new love. The Five of Swords is this conflict with communication. And, will you ever be friends again? There's a lot here with the moon, with hidden and the unknown and the emotions that are involved with all this. And I just don't feel like you guys can be, you know, friends again. It just feels like there's a lot of hidden and unknown things, feelings that are there, things that are below the surface that are going to be revealed. But I just feel like with this new love that's coming into either you or them or both of you, that communicating with each other would cause problems between probably both of you really, and a new love that comes in. It's like there's this um trying to avoid jealousy of a new love interest versus a friend interest, with that, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's you guys are going your separate ways. Right. So that's what's coming in, Kritika. So many blessings. Hang in there. And then Nelia Medeiros, you want to know if your daughter Megan takes on the new job at the dentist's office, will she make more money than her current job and will she be happier? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies, money wise. And will they be happy? All right. Well, we like that here that um, it's in her hands with the Emperor. It's what they decide, what she asks for. The Knight of Swords is about movement of thought and belief and mindset that's here. I feel like she will choose to be happy, but it's up to her what she wants to choose with that Emperor who rules over all the knights. And the Knight of Swords is this pursuit and for answers, and this pursuit for seeing things from different perspectives. In fact, she might even, um, with this Knight of Swords, want to pursue schooling. So I feel like they might even offer like a benefit of school reimbursement or some sort of thing that they're willing to help with as a benefit or something along those lines. but I definitely feel like it makes her want to pursue higher knowledge, higher, um, wisdom and understanding around if she wants to be a hygienist, dental hygienist or dentist or something, because of it, or that the extra money and the incentives that they'll want to go back to school or go to school to obtain something and head towards something. But definitely wanting to learn and to grow, this desire is sparked within her. So I like it. She seems happy. She seems all business right now, though. So I feel like I just want to get it and I want to get it done. I want to start doing stuff, kind of energy. All right. So that's what we have for her. So many blessings. And then Pinky Tawari, you want to know some answers and some guidance. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. So does feel like here you got the Three of Cups, third party situation, Five of Wands, competition, which it says here, competition, debate, defense. I just feel like here, when it comes to Three of Cups and Five of Wands, if it is a third party situation or a third individual being involved, I just feel like there is this inner conflict with those Five of Wands that does take care of itself. I feel like there's not even hardly anything that you have to do with it. I just feel like you have awareness around it. You just kind of back off. You just allow things to unfold. Things get taken care of for you here in this situation. You know, um, it just feels like there's nothing that you can do to avoid it, to change it, whatever this thing is that's going on, but that just taking a step back, taking a big deep breath and allowing things to flow forward, that just decisions will be made and that you're going to be okay either way, but that you get to choose what something means and how it unfolds. And, you just, this change of your energy that you're just realizing, all right, regardless what happens, I'm going to be okay. That's what I like about life, is that I'm either going to get through it or I'm not. In either case, I'm going to be fine. I'm either going to be in heaven, on the other side of the veil, fully enjoying whatever adventures I'm going to go on there, or I'm going to get through it on this end. Either way, I'm going to be fine. And so we can start just enjoying each moment for what is. So hopefully that helps. Pinky, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, let's grab a couple here. All right. Still have but a couple handfuls to go here, so hang in there, everybody. Give these a shuffle here. Whoa, that was a fun shuffle. Let me just get those cards back in order here. All right, take a quick sip, and we'll continue. All right. So, Lynx Lee, you want to know anything that you need to know? Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. You got both the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So, divine counterparts. At last, Lynx Lee. Oh my God, at last, right? I like it because, of course, they both have the swords in common, but the king is grounded in the pentacle suit, and the queen is attached to the cups, the water energy of emotion. So, this is talking about divine counterparts coming in, meaning that you have love, someone who's compatible, someone you guys have great commonalities with, and everyone sees you too as well as very compatible because you're of the same suit. Below the surface, though, they don't realize how different you guys are. That you're have emotional connection, or they do, and then one of you has the earth element groundedness that comes in too. But I like that you guys meet each other on the mental stimulation angle, that wonderful cohesiveness that comes in where you guys can have great conversations for hours and you love talking about the same things. You like pursuing the same things. You got a lot of, like I said, when you're divine counterparts, then you just have this natural tendency to get along very well and to communicate very well too with the queen and the king. They are very smooth, smooth talkers, but also easy to talk with each other too. So I like that for you. That's what you need to know. They're coming your way. At last, at last. All right. So many blessings to you. And then great courts, you want to know what should you focus on? Well, there are no shoulds on the spiritual side. There's just could. So we'll ask them, what is it that is for your highest experience to focus on? All right. Well, so you got the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So balancing your heart and your mind with the King of Cups. They roll over cup suit, but they're also given the second portion, which is of the Ace of Air. So they have this ability that you have to really not be so emotional or not so in your head, but this wonderful giving your heart a seat at the table. And it does. The Ace of Cups here is about self-love, and so, that's one of the big focuses. I mean, the answer to every question on this planet is unconditional love that we find inward and upward, and to be able to do that, we kind of just have to come to this calm place in the outside world with that King of Cups, where you're not so focused on your fears, small t truth fears, or these, um, capital T truths of the higher realm that we're so, you know, we can be so heavenly minded, we're no earthly good, and so full of fear, we're no heavenly good. It's just this wonderful balance of ebb and flow in cycles, and that there's no right, there's no wrong. There's just different experiences and different choices that impact us differently, and it's all about the experiences. So I feel like they're just telling you focus on balance and enjoying the moment, and not judging yourself so harshly and judging life so harshly, coming in there. So hopefully that makes sense, great courts, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then doll faced diva, you like a general for the weekend. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you got a progression that comes in here. You have the 5 of Wands moving to the 6 of Wands. So you've got this, what starts off conflicting energy and fearful energy and just kind of, like I said, kind of rare energy transforms into something much more victorious, something much more flowing, something that just feels, yeah, like it says, triumphant. It just feels like, all right. At the way the weekend's beginning, it feels like, oh God. But then suddenly you realize as the weekend's happening, like this weekend has turned out pretty awesome. And I like this energy. So it's like just know that however it starts off with any conflict, anything along those lines. So if you can hear my chair, this thing is seen its last days, I think. But it's time to just allow yourself that flow with that too. So I like it for you. Just, know that there it's progressing, that things do end up balancing out. But, don't let the original energies cheat you out of it, and all the rest. Just go, I'm gonna take it moment by moment. And so then not going well, that's all right. If it's not going the way I think it should, give it a minute. It's going to change and it's going to switch. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's get these over here. All right. And then L, Coppola. So you're struggling. I'm so sorry. And your life is falling apart. Oh, Well, that's good. That's how we know we're headed in the perfect direction because it takes our life falling apart for a new beginning and for a new life to form. So let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here. Oh, I know it's not easy, but it's always for us. It's never happening to us, right? Yeah. So you've got here the Queen of Swords who's balancing of the head and the heart. She's, got the sword suit. And then all queens get the cups. So it's balancing of emotion and mind that comes in. And the moon card, very emotional energy that comes in here, but also has to do with the phases of the moon. So if you haven't checked out my playlist on my main page, I've got both new moon and full moon every other week with my pick a cards, which we just did a new moon last week for last Monday. Was it Monday that we had a new moon? No, I think it was the week before because we've got a full moon coming up on like the 23rd next week, which we'll be getting a pick a card coming out with that next Wednesday. But if you check out the past one, you're gonna get some good understanding of how to use the moon energy for release ceremony and the new moon wishes that we get 10 new moon wishes to plant things and to grow things. And so, an important thing just to remember, with it all, um, with everything unfolding, is that life happens, and it is not an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode, right? We have a lot of fated events, but we have all these possibilities. And in each moment, we get to choose what story we put to each moment, what emotion we want to feel, what energy we put forward, and what physical actions we take. The energy we put forward, if we're focusing in on what we're fearing, what we're hating, um, what we feel is missing, what we're wanting, those things grow. The wantingness grow, the missingness grows. But if we focus in on what we're grateful for, and joy and laughter and peace and all of that higher vibration, then we draw things differently in. But if I'm focusing on lower vibration, I'm asking, I'd like more of that, I want more of that, I want more of that, I want more of that, until we switch our thinking and our focus, we'll keep on drawing the other things in. So it's okay to cry tears, that they're healing, they're transformative, unless we're just doing it, you know, after the fact for attention and everything else, then you're going too far with it. But tears, true tears, are releasing and refreshing so that we can move on to something that's more in alignment for us. So hopefully that helps. Hang in there. Do you have a free podcast called From Chaos to Cozy? If you want something to listen to, the link is in the it's I have the playlist link in the description box of the video down below. You can also find it on my main page. So hang in there, Coppola. All right, many blessings. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. You'd like a general reading? Let's take a look here. But this spirit wants you to know. All right, here we go. So let's see here. What do they want you to know? All right, well, you got some good cards here. You got the Wheel of Fortune. So this does tell you that whatever's unfolding does tell you that it's happening for you. That's the tune of for you, the four tune. And so as the wheels turn, as there's endings and beginnings that are happening, just know that it's for you here. And you got the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction. And the Four of Wands, you got the three and the four, which leads you to joy and celebration. So with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands, Three of Wands is telling me that with new information, you're like looking, going, all right, you know what? I'm going to choose and go a direction that I want to go. And though money and abundance and all of those are pretty much guaranteed with this Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands is celebration energetic stability, it's like it's not the focus with it though. I feel like it's the big thing is just allowing the flow, allowing yourself to move forward without trying to have too much control on things. I just feel like it's leaving in the hands of the fates, the wheel of fates. Allow things to unfold and things will open up there for you. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you right now, VD. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Latoya Bryant. Sorry, I never received a donation there. So hopefully, if you have something that shows it went through, definitely dispute it because I didn't have it come through in any of my reports or anything anywhere. So thanks for your patience in getting to your reading. And you wanted to know, Jay the Aries, how do they feel about you? You're a Gemini. Hey. And then why are they so jealous? All right, let's take a look here. So, how do they feel about you? Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I think it is the storm coming in. It's like ready for a nap, right? All right. you know, the jealousy um that comes in here, we've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is this looking for a solid foundation in the outside world, but what they realize is that, that the reason why they're experiencing it, not like why are they specifically jealous, but why is jealousy existing, is because they're searching for their worth in relationship to the outside world and you. And so that's relationship situations and things that we're taught. But when they're in the instability that comes in with it all, when we're looking for it from the outside world. And I feel like that's a big piece of why there's this jealousy coming in, is because they're using the relationship as a foundation. And so at the root of jealousy is fear. It's like, I'm going to have a piece of my worth taken away if you end up going with someone else, if you end up doing something else. And so I feel like that's where this jealousy is coming in. How they feel about you, I mean, they've got the moon. There's a lot of hidden and unknownness that comes in here too, which, you're like, all right, what's going on there? But a lot of emotions way below the surface that they won't talk about. Oh, gosh, how frustrating. So they got all this emotion, all this stuff below the surface. Mother Luna is how they see you and how they perceive you. And they got a lot of emotion down there. But, you know, especially with, Aries energy, if they're on a lower vibrational, they're the babies of the zodiac. They don't get it. They don't understand. They're not comprehending it. And so they're just like trying to define themselves by these things that they've been told to define themselves by. And you're one of the things they're using to define themselves by. And it's like, it feels unstable. It's like, yeah, because the outside world is unstable. Once we turn inward and upward, that's where we find our solid foundation. But they just really haven't done that yet. And so, they just got these insecurities that pop up because of that. So hopefully that helps, Latoya. That's what they have. So many blessings to you. See how many we've got here. So we got that one and that one, that one and that one. Is that it? All right, so we've got about 6 more to go. So hang in there. We're getting there. All right. So Ashvin Ray, you said you need guidance on your father's health. All right. We'll definitely pull cards. Just a disclaimer. Check out the disclaimer in the description box of the video. I'm not a licensed professional healthcare worker. And of course, tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only, and ultimately everyone has to make their own choices, right? All right, let's take a look. What guidance does Spirit want to give you on your father's health? All righty. Okay. So, they've got this King of Wands energy, which tells us that, your father's health is so much dependent upon what they do with their energy, with their magic wand. If they focus on dying, like I'm gonna die, and then, or lower like pains and things, then they're inviting it towards them, but they can also choose the other, the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration and gathering. And the Three of Cups represents like higher self too, and asking for clarification, and asking for um, you know answers, and asking for direction from their higher selves and all their posse of support, right? And the King of Wands represents their higher self energy too. um but I feel like there's such an importance of paying attention to what I'm doing with my energy. Where am I focusing? If I'm focusing on my fears, I'm going to expand them. If I focus on gratitude for what I do have, then I'll be granted more. And I like this kind of energy that's coming in here, because it's saying that there's a range, like our births are usually like the primary thing we choose an exact day and time, because we know all the astrology that comes with if I'm born around this day and time and hour, right? But death is a range, love is a range. There's so much stuff is a range, and earliest and the latest that will experience it. And I just feel like there is um, you know opportunities, um, for them to realign their focus and what they're wanting to do with that. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So that's what they have for you, Ashvin Ray. Will send some love and energy their way, and just surround them in unconditional love, and allow their higher self to do with that energy what they'd like to do according to their higher self and their higher purpose as well. Right. And then Rhonda, you are up next. So hello, my great friend. You like to get, where are you at this? See where I am this week, and what do I need to look at to move forward? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So where are you at this week? And what do you need to do to go forward? All right. So you have the Page of Pentacles. So where are you at this week? You have these new opportunities that are opening up and coming your way here with the Page of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands is about travel. It's about movement. It's about a lot of communication coming in too. So, the Eight of Wands is like spirit has a ton of messages to give you here. And I just feel like pardon me, there's this um multiple different types of possibilities, and I feel like there's some that are hidden, some that are known, and some that are distractions. And I just feel like not that it's confusing, but it just feels like it's not even overwhelming. Just there's a lot to decide. There's a lot of different things, and don't be afraid to ask spirit. Say, can you guys give me some guidance to make these a no-brainer choices? Because I really just feel like I need to, zero in, and you guys can show me you know, you can, uh, process of elimination, and go, okay, yeah, that, no, no, okay, no, 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 that, and then, hey, what about this? Oh, I didn't even see that one. I just feel like taking a step back and trusting that opportunities are opening up all over the place, and different ones, and that there's no wrong, there's no right, but there you can ask them, which one's for my highest experience, and which one will bring me this, which one will bring me that. And you can ask for clarity, and they definitely will reveal it. And I think it's an important time for you to really be able to step back and be still and listen, and look for the signs, listen for the signs, even smell the signs, taste the signs, touch the signs, or third eye, kind of that's coming through. So I just feel like there's a lot coming your way, um, but it's all positive, and then that you can, you know, ask their assistance in clearing things up. So that's what they have for you. Rhonda Rhonda, so many blessings to you, my dear. And then Denise. Hey, Denise, anything on me? So let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know here. What does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. This is about, making choices that represent this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture choices for you. You don't need to sacrifice yourself. You can allow yourself, to decide, alter course, say no, say yes, for you, but let it be you nurturing yourself and not sacrificing, going, well, if there's anything left over, I can have it, but everyone else gets their stuff first. So this is a time for you to go, what will make my heart sing? What is up for me? And I like that, um, permission to be selfish in a way. Selfish is a word that we have a negative tint to. But there's times in our life where it's like, yeah, I get to be first because out of anyone in the world, I deserve my self love more than anyone. Everyone else has their own self love, but you get to give your self love to you, and you get to decide to make decisions that are for you and not even taking other people, because when you're happy and full and overflowing, everyone else is going to be getting that overflow. And so it's important for you to be filled up first, so you're not exhausted and you're not bitter, or resentful as well. So I like that. Right, so that's what they have for you, Denise. So many blessings to you. And then I'm a Vargas. You wanted to go, why do you keep seeing the number 888 and 33 everywhere, even at work in your machine for the week at tunnel 8? It's all about those numbers. Yeah, we have here's the 8 of cups and the Hierophant. The Hierophant, is your higher self trying to get your attention, to show you capital T truths around things. And so repeating numbers are our higher self and our spiritual posse going, just so you know, we're behind you. So, be aware of that. And so you can ask them for assistance of your own free will, because they won't meddle with your free will and power of choice. You got the 8 of cups here too, with all these eights. 8 is a number of flow, and the 8 of cups is about being aware of what relationships you're ready to walk away from, that they've served their purpose, whereas before you might have been investing so much energy and getting very little back. Relationships are give and take, but if it's always you're giving 70, 80, 90%, and someone's only given 10, 20, 30, then you can back off to 50 or back off completely and just go, well, it's served its purpose. And also it's about transforming old emotions that don't serve you anymore, that you've been holding and suppressing below the surface. It's time for those to come up and for a transformation to take place too. So I like these for you. They're definitely trying to get your attention, so that one, you realize that they're there to help and assist you. So you can ask of your own free will, but also it's about, realizing that it's time to transform some old emotions and relationships that don't serve you anymore, so you can get a great amount of emotional energy back that you can, kind of gather into an emotional savings bank, which usually when that happens, excuse me, didn't mean to hit my microphone. If you're not in a relationship, or even if you're in a relationship, it's about so that you can have that emotional energy to invest in the important relationships in your life, rather than, you know, into the black holes where it's just disappearing. At least when it's a relationship that is equal, you're giving and then they're giving, and you're able to maintain and deepen and heighten some important relationships as well. So that's what they have coming in there for you. I'm a Vargas. So many blessings to you. Then a Teshi Singh, you want to know, will you get the position? Let's take a look here. Will you get the position? Not this one. You got the 5 of cups, and then I just put the 8 of cups, and it came right back out. It is this movement and this transformation and this flow that's coming in here about, old ways of looking at things, old investments, and it's time for something different, something more in alignment emotionally. I just feel like there's this, I don't know, it's kind of like a lower vibrational energy that, is coming in there. And, we've got this, um, you know, um, opportunity to just really find something that's more in alignment with our higher self, more in alignment with our heart. And I just feel like it's like ready to let go of the old, let go of the old drives, the old, you know, emotions, the old ways of, heading in this, direction. So I like this. I like it for you. This position is something that's more of the mind than of the heart. And I feel like it's just this transformation of your heart's desire is changing and it's aligning into something that's really, truly more you than up here. So even though it's a no, it's still for your highest experience, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then HTTPS, you are it. You are the last one coming up here. And if I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I will be back in less than 2 hours for my evening session if you'd like to join me then, or tonight and tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays at 11 a.m. So I'll be back a few more times this weekend. All right. So HTTPS and welcome. I see that you are now a Zen Cricket member. So welcome to the YouTube channel memberships. I appreciate you. And let's see here. Messages from your spirit team. Let's see what they want you to know here. All right. Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. So you do have some fated events that are coming in, this endings and beginnings that are coming forward, but it is, of course, for you. That's the tune of for you, the fortune. And the Knight of Cups is this emotional movement as well. So I do feel like there are some opportunities that are coming in here for you. Yeah, and it's a brand new opportunity on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you've got some great energies coming in here with the full card, which is something that is open with a lot of possibilities and not a ton of restrictions. And the Sun card is this Leo energy. There's both of these together, the Leo Sun child, which is like looking at life with such awe and wonder and gratitude and seeing things from this different, perspectives of life, and that it's this openness. It's, like a little child doesn't realize you can't do that. And then they do stuff because they didn't realize that they can't, that they, people have belief systems that they pass on and but that restrict and have like burst people's bubbles. I want to be an astronaut. Oh, get with it. You can never be an astronaut. You can be a labor worker. That's the most that you can do. Okay. But if this is about a reboot and having an awe of endless possibilities of the outside world that are coming in, and I love this movement of emotion, this movement of fate. These wheels are changing, this possibilities. It's just like, wow, anything is possible. And I like this energy. And they're like, yeah, let's take a look, even on this card here, where it was like, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? None. The expectations that we are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. When then we then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they're not met, it's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. That's the whole thing, is like, wow, thank you for having this come in. Anything is possible. I love that for you. All right. And that's what they have for you this time around, HTTPS. So thank you again for your question and for becoming one of my YouTube channel members. To everyone else, here in a moment, as soon as I finish up here, I'm going to make a long list of all the order in which the readings were completed. I'll pin a comment and put it up. And then, it'll be pinned there. Then you can find your reading more easily, right? And then I'll be back here in a couple hours. So hopefully I'll see you guys again sometime soon. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you may be in the world. And until then, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.